is 2021, and we are going to talk about Prisoners of the Ghostland. I almost said it, but I didn't. My name is Brian Lee. To my left.
Brand.
Some things never change. To my right.
Chris, really?
Grinder.
Yes.
What is the synopsis of Prisoners of the Ghostland?
A notorious criminal must break an evil curse in order to rescue an abducted girl who has mysteriously disappeared.
Abduct.
Yeah, all right.
Brian!
Oh, God.
Do you recommend this movie?
No.
Chris?
No.
Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah.
I feel like there was potential there, but
It's very over the top in every way possible.
yeah.
But not like good over the top. Just over
It's not like Nicolas Cage is over the top.
Right, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I mean, in this movie, it's like there's cowboys next to samurais, next to like Mad Max, like dystopian future people.
Nope.
I thought you would like it.
Okay, so
Because it's very Japanese.
Yeah. Large Japanese influence.
Yeah.
I want to like it. I'm like, oh man, this could be awesome. It's just it jumps. I feel like it jumps around too much. I couldn't really follow the story, and it just didn't make sense. A lot of it just didn't make sense.
Good.
Yes.
Because there were a lot of things that were happening. I'm like, I don't know what's happening
Right.
now.
Yep.
Exactly. I'm like, did I miss a chunk of
Right.
something, or did it? Because it seems like it just goes all around, all over the place.
Yeah. I knew nothing about this movie. I didn't know who
Same
was
here.
in it.
Yeah.
Didn't watch a trailer or anything.
The only thing I knew was I remember like when it was coming out, there was a commercial, whereas like, you know, how most like movie trailers have quotes like, greatest movie, IndieWire. With this movie, I just remember it might be the wildest movie I've ever made. That's what Nicolas Cage said.
I mean,
I just knew going in, it was going to be weird.
I mean, it definitely is. Yeah, but
something.
I mean, I wouldn't want to watch it again.
So I was happy that I saw Bill Moseley was in it.
Yes.
I was pretty stoked about it. And Bill Moseley.
And that's it. I actually didn't recognize him, but I heard his voice. I was like,
Same.
that's Bill Moseley.
Same.
Oh my God.
I'm like, all right. Like, that's my Bill Moseley impression.
He played the governor.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yes.
And then the guy from Devil's Rejects.
Rejects.
I'm just not good with names. I'm not very good with names. Yeah. All right.
Kind of a Escape from New York premise, if you think about it.
Escape from New York is much better.
Yeah, right. Well, Escape from New York,
yeah.
and then what was that one movie we watched when they did the montage of like getting the bus putting the spikes on the wheels
On the truck?
Yeah, the truck. That's right.
Rolling Thunder? Rolling Vengeance?
Or Thunder Run?
Road?
Thunder Run. It might be Thunder Run. Yeah.
We did watch a lot of trucker movies at once.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of reminds a little bit of that too,
Yeah.
with the part where like how long would it take to get
Rat
these
Man,
Rat
yeah.
Man and stuff and get all so
And
it's
the
like
Rat Den.
yeah, some of that. It's just very. It's like it whoever like wrote it or directed it found dystopian movies. It was like I like this from this movie.
Sion Sono.
Yeah, like I like this from this movie. I like this from this movie, and then just pick and then made it into just a movie.
That leather outfit was totally Nicolas Cage's call, and I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you it was an ode to Elvis
I wouldn't be surprised
Oh.
at all. At all.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
from the comeback special
Yeah.
in '68 or something
Yeah.
like that.
The so speaking of the suit, it has like a whole bunch of explosives on it. And in the
Yes.
beginning they say like, oh, you know, so if you try and do harm to a woman, the explosives on your arm will blow it off.
Yeah.
And, if you try and take off the suit, the explosives on the neck will explode and kill you. And but then there's also two explosives on his testicles.
Yep. And it's like 39 minutes. Like one goes off. I'm like, yeah. Did his testicles blow up?
I do the same thing. I'm like, no, it can't be.
Yeah.
That was my thought. I'm like, what is he holding? No, that can't. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was definitely a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, because then like later on, he's like, I've been going through all this with one arm and one testicle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, his ball did blow off.
So he had a lot of that. Like those were
Yes,
funny.
yes,
like that.
yes.
So the part where he was like still handcuffed and he just yells, "I fucking you!" And I was like, all
that in
right.
another movie though. I don't understand why some characters speak Japanese, but then some speak English, and they're terribly overdubbed.
Well, that and there's just some
Yeah,
very awful acting in this movie.
Yeah. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, because like when they're first like marching him out like in the diaper / underwear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the one guy's
Girl's
like,
drawing.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm like,
I want that drawing, but weird.
Right, but yeah, I'm like, why is she drawing him? But then the one guy's like, cocksucker motherfucker, and the other girl's like, let me see your balls.
Yes.
Like, why? What is this dialogue?
And then when the diaper comes off, the woman that's doing the drawing is just like, oh, and she erases the entire crotch part. And the one who was like, I've seen better.
Yeah,
I was
right.
like, okay, neat.
And then around 13 minutes, everyone just starts singing for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
That,
I'm like,
that happens a lot in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of chanting.
Mm-hmm.
There was the TikTok.
And like,
part.
oh my god, that
Imagine like you're about to die and all you hear is people chanting TikTok right before you die.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
When I heard that, all I could think of was that terrible Metallica song. Christopher, this is for you. So at 14 minutes, it's towards the beginning of the movie. So like, he has the leather suit on, but then there's this little guy that goes up to Nick Cage and he's like,
It's Ghost! Ghost, I tell you!
what did that make you think of?
You're doomed.
Yes.
The Rocky Mountains, I gotta warn you. You're doomed. 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 You're doomed. Doomed.
that is based on one of the Friday the 13th.
You're all doomed.
So like, Nick Cage gets in the car, fucking takes off,
In
fishtails.
the Toyota Celica.
Yes. Fucking takes off, fishtails, gets out, and then hops on a bicycle.
And then, hasn't there been another movie where he rides like a little girl's bicycle?
Step away from the bike. Take your stupid mask.
And then, are there also zombies?
That's,
this-
Yeah, there's
Are those
zombies too.
nuclear people?
There's-
Or
yeah,
It's around like 49 minutes.
Yeah, like the convicts, I guess.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk
Something?
about that. So yeah, there's all these like mutants essentially.
Right.
And they very like exposition dump on you with a nice little slideshow.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, some truck hauling nuclear waste crashed into a bus full of convicts, and the convicts got covered in nuclear ooze.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, there is lots of questionable acting because I don't know if the rat people are a byproduct of that or whatever.
They don't explain that, do they?
No.
And they have like this weird like vocal effect
Yeah.
like on them.
Yeah.
But I think it's like an hour 13. The rat man, like the main rat
Yeah.
guy. There's a scene where he's like,
As long as he's having fun.
it's towards the end, like an hour 22. Like they're having a big, like they are having like that big showdown, like in the town there. But then like that one mentally challenged girl or whatever like
Yeah.
that. Like there's a Gatling gun that's
Yeah,
just
out of nowhere.
It's just ready
Yes.
to go.
She was a psycho. She was weird.
Yeah.
Well, just weird, I guess. Psycho was the
Yeah.
wrong one. She was just weird. Like at the beginning, she took like the gun, she did, like toy trying to shoot people.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Twerk like it's my last day on this earth.
And then, well, she gets shot,
Right.
like in the chest 2 times.
Yeah.
But she's fine.
And she
Yeah,
lives.
Yeah.
And then why did the clock explode, or what was the whole point of the clock exploding at the
No.
end? I mean,
Something about time. They had to like keep the time away or something. I don't know.
Oh, is that what it was?
They were holding like the minute.
Right.
Yeah. And they couldn't let it go for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that and his spoilers, but his partner is one of the like melty face convicts.
Yeah.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And like after he agrees to help Nick Cage, he just explodes into like a nuclear mushroom cloud.
Right. And that
And
was
like nothing happens though.
at the beginning, they make it seem like they hate each other because of the
Yeah.
whole thing. And then he sees them there. And he's like, "Oh, it's my
Yeah.
buddy." He runs out, and they're talking. He's like, "Oh, you betrayed me." And he's like, "Oh, it happens." And then he's like, "Oh, look, come on, let us take the governor down." And he's like, "You know what? After everything you did to me, that's fine. You can take
Yeah.
all these people out and go kill the governor. Whatever." I was like, you hated each other 5
Right,
seconds ago,
right.
and now you're working together buddy buddy. It's very, very odd.
It seems like the director is just known for doing just weird batshit
All right.
like stuff.
Neat.
Right.
I feel like half my notes are just like funny, like Nicolas Cage lines.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's quite a scar you got there. You did that roller skating?
I'm down for occasionally, like just movies being weird for the sake of being weird, like David Lynch and
Yeah.
Twin Peaks. Like,
Right.
That's awesome.
Same.
I think there's a way to do weird and a way not to do it. I think David Lynch and those types figured out the formula, and other people try to just copy it without knowing or realizing. They're just like, yeah, weird.
We were talking about how Nicolas Cage said this might be the wildest movie I've ever made. But Sion Sono disagreed, saying that it wasn't more wild than Wild at Heart.
Look at that.
Do you want to guess what the box office was? Post-COVID, so it won't be very high.
A few million, maybe. I don't really think it made much at all.
You don't have a budget.
I don't.
Yeah,
The sets seemed cheap.
yeah, a lot
At
of
least
it
in
was
Samurai
Yeah.
Town.
Yeah, it's like 3/4 million.
I'll say 1.7.
Yeah.
$63,000.
Wow.
Doesn't even take care of like catering at that point.
Holy crap.
What the fuck?
That's a real
Brandon,
stinker.
After much discussion, do you still not recommend Prisoners of
I
the
still
Ghostland?
not recommend. Yeah.
Christopher?
Nicolas Cage is good in it, but overall, I don't recommend it.
Neggy. That'll do it for this time. Until
Yep.
next time.
Yep.
Good
Good
journey.
journey.